3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Grounds After Rounds.
3, 2, 1, we're in it. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric and I, we like to talk from time to time, and we talk to each other a little bit too much, and we're almost out of time.
Almost out of time. Because Fiona is back in school for 2 weeks.
This is a nitro espresso shot. Imagine you just drank,
directly in the veins.
Yeah, rocket fluid, rocket fuel going in. Fast and Furious.
Which joke? I think that's what rocket surgeons take, actually.
Rocket fuel?
Yeah.
Nice.
They inject it.
Rocket scientists.
No, it's brain scientists, rocket surgeons. Because it's rocket surgery.
I love that. That's good. My head is like vibrating. Like I'm so confused. You know what, though, man? All that said, I am done being a people pleaser. Are you okay with that?
I can live with that. I get it.
That's a little inside joke with my bestie here.
That is so good. I'll tell you this. As we're learning things about each other now,
yes.
I'm learning things about. So I'm trying to dial in the nutrition and this and that. And I've been reading a lot of information on being a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And I actually found out that vegetarian is an old Native American word for bad hunter. There we go.
Which is actually really funny. I'm reading Yuval Noah Harari.
Yeah.
This is not a setup. This is real. That was a beautiful setup, by the way. Sapiens wrote Sapiens. Just released a graphic novel version of it. Mm-hmm. And there's like these recurring characters, and one of them is Prehistoric Bill. And so Prehistoric Bill went and got a bigger brain and has to eat more meat and stuff. And so Prehistoric Bill is like, his wife's like, this freaking sucks, Bill. Like, go get us some meat. I'm tired of being hungry all the time. He's like, okay, I'll go. And he goes out with his buddy, who's like a lot. Prehistoric Bill looks like he should be working at Microsoft, and he's really skinny. And
Prehistoric Bill Gates.
Yeah, more or less. And so he's with his buddy, who looks like Andy.
Yeah.
So they're out, and they don't really hit anything because they scare. Oh, because they go to get the thing, and it's the lions come. They're like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here. And then they're like, oh, let's go back in. And then the hyenas come. Oh my god, we gotta get out of here. And basically, it's proving the point of, for the longest time, we were not top of the food chain. So they come back and they have like bones. And the wife's like, great. Hey kids, glad we went out and foraged today, right? Because they're actually like, and it's like all vegetables and they have like roots and tubers and stuff. And so again, proving the point that meat was not a primary source of our like flesh meat was not our primary source. It was bones, bone marrow, all the leftovers, eyes, brains, organ meats, like the things that the other animals...
We were originally more like scavengers.
Yes, 100%. And then a boatload of like tubers, root vegetables, things that would have been left around. But then we found fire.
Yeah.
And we would burn fields and like herd, animals into places, whatever. It's a cool book. If you don't like reading really big books, Sapiens, the graphic novel version is pretty fun.
I love graphic novels.
You'd like it. I have a hard copy. I'm keeping it. Like I bought it to keep it, and I bought it for a buddy too for his Christmas gift, or just a gift.
I'll say the graphic novel version of the Bible never did it for me. It's the same stuff they teach me in CCD that I don't pay attention to.
Why would I like it now?
I don't know.
Oh, that was good. Good job on the jokes. Well done.
Thanks. Yeah.
So I did a nerding out on the creek on our jerk snatcher workout about intensity, and I appreciate the feedback. That was pretty nice. Cool. And it was with me and Alex doing the workout. I love that he's always game for whatever. Cool being on camera. Very cool examination of movement that was not perfect, but met the goal of what we do in CrossFit, which is mechanics, consistency, intensity, right? Our mechanics, 100%, perhaps intensity falls off, right? Mechanics consistently well, 100%, you might still not get that intensity. So how do you constantly find that balance of intensity means power output means large load, long distance, quickly. Sometimes you got to sacrifice something. You, the other day, said something perfect, which was, I am okay with letting somebody's mechanics maybe be a little bit less than perfect, but you never sacrifice safety.
Right.
And so maybe if we, say range of motion is super important, but if somebody goes to get that range of motion and they sacrifice their lumbar curve, they put themselves in a compromised joint position or whatever, you'd actually rather sacrifice the mechanics in certain areas.
Right.
I'd be curious if when you watched our video, what did you think of that idea of that workout? In my opinion, that workout is about intensity.
Yeah, totally. And I think the loads speak for that too. 95, 65. Like, it's light, and so it's light, you can move it fastly, like that's the intent of that. And so watching, and I said this to you, was you guys got to a point where it was moving inefficiently, but not a lack of safety. And there were a couple times, like, you probably could have bent your knees a little bit more to get the legs more, where you probably late in those snatches.
And you can see my back round a little bit, early on in the cleans too.
And so that's where it like went a little bit, but you are two athletes that it's like, if I said in the middle of that, like, butt down, you'd be able to fix that adjustment, or if it's, whatever it is.
You mean even athletes that, okay, as far as our population of the gym, we're on the right side of the bell curve.
Sure.
You mean we could benefit from coaching?
You could.
A lot more coaching?
A lot more coaching.
Interesting. How
so
fascinating.
Much.
Yeah.
I loved how you prefaced that video too. Like, if you're a weightlifting coach watching this and you're like, oh my God,
I'm so sorry.
And it's like, I love looking at it from those two lenses. Because it's like, as a coaching weightlifting, you're like, oh my dear God.
What are you two assholes doing?
Right.
Yeah, Alex, you're not an asshole.
But if, Shelly, shout out. We just lost 2 minutes. But watching it, it became more of a lack of efficiency, not a lack of safety. And so when we talk about pushing intensity, if I saw you guys and just like backs are rounding, spines are sticking out, blood's coming out of the ears, that's probably like hey guys, let's slow it down a little bit. But I think a workout like that too, it is a benchmark, right? Like, that is one of warm-up workouts benchmark.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a cool benchmark. I'm really excited to see that again. I haven't even done it yet. Well, at this point I've done it. I'm excited to see it again. But it's, if you think like a 1 rep max too, a 1 rep max is never your prettiest lift. Right?
Right.
And so
if you are going 105, 110%, right? 100, that's a qualitative relative perceived exertion.
Right.
You probably are going to sacrifice the front squat at the games, the first portion, the online portion of the games.
Yeah.
Those athletes, oh my God, Sam Briggs, like,
right.
Even Tia with those knees caving in,
pop in,
right? Like that. Ooh.
Yeah.
But hey, they're competing for, and so in that competition, intensity rules the game.
Right.
Sometimes we do want to dance up against that line. I like the way you say it, of you're constantly watching, when does it become unsafe? And how can you cue the athlete of like, whoa. I love your energy. I love your intensity. I love your emotional intensity. Yeah. You're leaving performance on the table because you are now inefficient.
Right.
And let's dial that back a little bit and get your mechanics sound. And then you have the athletes that's on the complete opposite side, right? That doesn't want to. And I had some athletes today where I knew one was going to have some trouble. And trouble's the wrong word. Inexperience in feeling what intensity feels like. So we had a conversation to say, this is where you are. You've done a great job of finding kind of your comfort point. I'm going to give you a scale so that maybe you can dance up a little bit past that comfort point, but always be safe.
Yeah.
And I had another athlete who has that experience, and I assumed he would know where to go, but I didn't have that conversation. And in the middle of the workout, I'm like, what is happening? Had the conversation afterwards. There was a fear around hurting, right? And so, okay. I wish I had leaned into that more earlier, because I probably could have given some better guidance, or reduced load or something to let him feel what speed would have facilitated for a stimulus.
Right.
So, it's constantly. We're all on both sides, athlete and coach, figuring that out.
And it's just like all these. Like, if you're expecting perfection every time you walk into the door, I think you're kind of setting yourself up for frustration.
Yeah.
But it's like if we can, whether it's before that workout or after that workout, like you said, you had the conversation with one person before, and then you had the conversation with one person after, wishing you had it before, but you've still had that.
Yeah.
And then we've just moved that needle, even if it's a teeny tiny bit, we've moved that needle to next time. You know, they are finding that spot. That fear is gone because we've dialed on that thing that's supposed to be a lot better.
And oftentimes it comes down to like these athletes have been doing it for a while. They've hurt themselves before, and hurting yourself, knees, back, shoulder, it sucks because this isn't our job. This is our job, but this isn't they're here for an hour to feel good, stay healthy, and you hurt yourself like crap.
It sucks.
Why would I do that again? And so I totally respect that, and it's a great opportunity. Right? Have a more intense conversation earlier.
Yeah.
Let's use intensity in a different context and like really drive down into the point of it. Make it a more functional conversation so that athlete can get the better stimulus for the workout.
And I think today's workout is a perfect example of too, is like heavier does not mean intensity.
Not at all.
Like this is one where I'm already looking at is like 95, 65. So 95 for the guys. So like my max clean and jerk's like 230, 225, 230. My max snatch is 155. So, like, that 95 is, what, 60%, give or take?
That's too heavy.
That's too heavy. Mm-hmm. And, like, I could do a 95-pound snatch all day, but not at this speed not at getting the stimulus that is intended for this workout.
They should almost be the same. Right. Like, it should take it should be about 2 minutes for the clean and jerks, 2 minutes for the snatches.
Yeah.
Knowing, though, that a snatch is about it's about 1.5 times faster than a clean and jerk because it's one motion.
It's in one motion.
And so that's where, and I will now.
Is that why the clean and jerk comes before the snatch, Jack?
There you go. I have an answer now for the people who asked that question.
Totally
Sorry, 5 a.m. But we talked about it. I hadn't done it yet. And this is new programming for me. And I don't know. And so it's frustrating. A, I feel very unprepared to not have an answer. Yeah. But B, it's also like, you know what? Figure it out. Right? Like, and usually I've done it, and so I know what it should feel like, and that offers that experiential understanding. But there is a sense of like, well, you know what, guys? Like, I don't have an answer for you, so I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
And they rolled with it, despite my curmudgeon-y, like.
Once I thought the same thing when I watched it, and you guys got to the snatches. I thought to myself, I was like, all right, this should be about the same time because the snatch, like. You should be taking about as long as the clean and jerks because the snatch is faster, but you're going singles now.
So tired.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it hurts so much.
So that's where it's like, if you go this, now I'm curious, that's a different workout if you go snatch first. Because you can keep pushing that clean and jerk because you get that little stop.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think this one might go faster
if it was snatch first.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Intensity. Intensity rules the show.
That's right.
Never at the expense of safety.
Yeah.
But you can push that boundary and get pretty close to it.
Yeah.
If you've had that deliberate, conscientious conversation about what the intention.
Yeah.
What the intention is.
Yeah. Cool.
I will tell you, my gratitude, man, is you this week. It has been fun to when I came in on Monday and the floor was set up for that workout, and it's never expected, but I was like, maybe I'll go down the gym Monday. I didn't, and then I got distracted by the dogs, and so I was rolling in, like 4:48, and I was like, all right, gotta move. Came in, I thought I saw an erg, turned the lights on, and I was like, that son of a bitch. And I mean, and your GIF was even funnier. Yeah. I said, I made the day so much smoother. And he sent me a little GIF from Dumb and Dumber. If anything I could do to make a day smoother, pour in the suppositor, the X-Lax into.
So good.
Loved it.
You know what's so funny too is Saturday I had the ergs out and I was getting ready to put them away. I was like, well, no, we're doing Black Mamba on Monday. I was like, I pulled out all the ergs Saturday after class.
Yeah.
I was like, mainly when I had Amber and Joe on Sunday, I just moved them out of the way. Just moved a couple out of the way. But I was like, cool, it's already done.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
Super, super nice,
It's like they can get their own boxes.
Which is actually I do like that because it lets people pick which one they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Mine, I'll say likewise, like my gratitude's like we've had it's been good. Like I've had to offload a little bit and you've been a good like ear these last couple of days. And it's been, if anything, just I don't know. It's been good. It's almost like therapy, free therapy, at the expense of Jack's time.
$90 an hour, folks.
Boom.
And I'm not a therapist.
So it's been good. So I appreciate. Again, it's just another reason I've enjoyed getting in this with you. So it's good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
All right.
It's good.
Fast and Furious, just like a shot of espresso, and we will see you on the creek.
Bum, bum, bum.